Hey there guys, welcome back. So this is going to be the Beltane Incense video, and before I go through what I'm actually going to make, I'm going to give you a really simple recipe that you could use if you wanted a really simple Beltane recipe, and that would be frankincense, jasmine flowers and rose petals. And those three would be a really simple, basic recipe that you could use. And you could use one as an oil, so you could have jasmine oil and then rose petals and frankincense, or the other way around. And that would be a really simple, easy Beltane recipe that you could use. Mine's going to be a little bit more in depth than that. I start off with salt, good old-fashioned rock salt, every time we start. And I've got 3, 4, 5 resins. Wow. Okay. So frankincense is going to be the first one, and I've actually got some bits, quite small bits. So I'm going to pop some of the smaller bits in, and I don't think I'm going to need to bash up any frankincense because at the bottom of my bag is quite a lot of smaller sort of chunks, and it's nice to have the chunks. I think I like some of my incense that's powdered up a bit more, but I prefer the frankincense to be a bit chunkier. So frankincense is a purification and a really strong purifier. Is that showing up correctly on the camera? There, that's better. Okay, and then to go with it I have some myrrh. The light is a bit awkward in this room. I'm crafting it in my sacred space, so I'm in this room. Let's pop some bits. This is going to have to be crushed up in my mortar and pestle. So that's in there, and just give it a bit of a sort of a loose smash. So okay, and yeah, that's a good place for that. Okay, and in goes some crushed up myrrh with the salt and frankincense, and we will just give it a little stir around with the chopstick. So next is going in some copal, and I think the copal is quite finely in the bag as well actually, so I don't think I'm going to need to do too much to this. So copal is really great for purifying. It's really, really light. That's what the copal looks like in the bag. Then I'm going to put some damargum in. I've mentioned damargum on a few occasions. It looks a bit like crushed up lemonade or lemon sweets or something like that, and it's really, really pale. Just get some of the powder out, and that's what it looks like in the bag. People who like doing angelic contact work can use damargum. I also think it would be a great one for the Fae because it's really pure and gentle and uplifting. It also uplifts the spirit, and it's good for things like clairvoyance. So if you're doing any divination in your Beltane ritual or process, then that would be great. And then lastly, I'm going to add some dragon's blood. Actually, those bits are a bit bigger and need a crush, so just going to lightly crush up some dragon's blood. And dragon's blood is for the power. It empowers everything around it. It has a very fiery strength to it. I'm just going to stir this with my choppy stick and I should put it back down. I wonder if I just, that would be easier, okay. There. Okay. So then I'm going to add some rose petals, loose, 1 small pinch, 2 small pinch, 3 small pinch. Then I'm going to add some jasmine, same again. 1 small pinch, 2 small pinch, 3 small pinches. And then I'm going to add a few different herbs of my own choosing. So I've got 3 that I'm going to add to this. I'm going to add some red sandalwood chips. Now that's really great for getting rid of any negativity, but also I'm going to have 3 pinches. It's quite fiery, it's good for love, it's good for passion, and all those good things that are Beltane appropriate. Next I'm going to put 3 small pinches of mugwort. 1, 2, 3. Now if you're not familiar with mugwort, then don't add it to incenses or use it or anything. It's for divination purposes, and and astral projection as well, things like that. And it's very much because the veil is thinnest between the worlds at Beltane, is a really brilliant time for doing divination. I'm going to have a divination video as well, and mugwort can help you sort of resonate on a higher energy level to getting the most out of the, spirituality out of your divination. So finally I'm going to add angelica root, and I will probably add, I don't know how much I'm going to add because I love it. 3, 5 maybe. I feel 5 might do it. 3, 4. Now I love angelica root. It is my favourite herb. It is the herb I love, and because I love it so much, it's going in. And then I might put a drop of apple blossom in. Apple blossom is going in everything at the minute. I don't want it to overpower everything else though. Just 1 please. There we go. 1 drop. The gnome came in and thought I'd been doing something weird with soaps because the house smelt like the tea lights from earlier. So then we're going to give it a good stir. It looks beautiful. I will move the camera in a minute and show you it from on top. So we're imbuing it with all the energies that we want for Beltane. So we want love, we want passion, we want fire, we want purity, we want self-confidence, self-empowerment, things of divination and future sight, things of that nature. Now, I can show you this from up on top. Isn't that beautiful? It's relatively simple as well. I mean, you can make it as simple as you like, and actually that's a really nice balance because I can still smell the angelica root through, and that's lovely. Yum, yum, yum. Sniff, sniff. So you can make it as simple as you like. All the herbs have been chosen for Beltane correspondences, although it's not following any recipe. This is my recipe, I made this up. It's not out of a book or anything like that. So in a similar fashion to the bath herb mix that I made, which was Beltane Bath Bell, you could put rose quartz points in here again. So, or you could just put 3 in. I think we'll put 3 in for Maiden Mother Crone. Like that. And that can imbue away. If you wanted it to have a more fiery energy imbuing away in there, you could put some fire agate in. I've got a fire agate on my altar on the fire corner, but that's all the way up there and I can't be bothered to go stand up and get it. Or you could use one of your favourite crystals. So as we all well know, amethyst, and I might put amethyst in as well. There we go. So there's amethyst in there as well now. And amethyst is my spirit crystal, the crystal that connects with my spirit. So this is basically for love and then for my spirit. So that is it for the Beltane incense video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Many blessings.